Okay. Recording in progress.
Got it.
All right. Show screen. Ego Dixol Tan Tiny Mu. Ara Humes Horate Tan Tiny Mu.
Horode.
Okay. So let's see. Hemelita. Hemelita. Passing. Uk aitia ego. Passing. Megale garestin hehudria. Tisamani aitia. Aitios, aitia, aition.
Responsible. Or at fault.
At fault, responsible for credit or for blame, right? Kai Helexis he anglike he sulambane hemas is the etiological, right? Etiological myth. And that, children, is why volcanoes erupt. And that, children, is why the caterpillar turns into a butterfly. Etiological. Folk cause-giving explanations. Etiological. Itia. Okay. Pros te crane meros deltaron. Beta. Meros deltaron. Tisamane meros context.
Part.
Part. To meros. Part. Okay. Joel. Antipolos anagnoti ton proton logon antipolo.
Hekinos lale. So you can hear my dog barking. So if at some point that becomes a problem, let me know.
I thought you were abusing Mirine. Sorry, go ahead.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That kind of misogyny does not fly here, Joel.
Yeah. That would not.
Okay.
It would not come out of my mouth.
Signomeneke.
Okay. Yeah. So sulambano is
help.
Remind me.
Lend a hand.
Okay. Got it. Okay. He demirine ti legete o filai ara alethos heorten agusin hoi athenaioi egomen malista ethelo auten theo egomen malista ethelo auten theorein sude o melita ara kai su etheles theorein alu dunatonestin Chalepos garestin hoaner, ae gar ponei kai Spanios ethele, ienae prostoastu.
Los. Hedemurine, lege, ti legete o pilai. Ara aletos, heortan agusin, hoi atenae. So, heortan agusin, esti to alto, kai heortan poiusin. Tisamane anglisti heortan agusin et heortan poiusin.
Celebrate a festival.
Do lead to just put on, celebrate a festival. Aletos pseudos. So ego aletos lego what? Hen kai hen asin duo. A pseudo uk aletos ala pseudos lego isos lego hen kai hen asin pente. Nope. Uk aletos pseudos lego. Kalos. Ego men malista etelo Malista bulomai autan, to just the ten heortan,
and Yortan.
theorein. Umonon horan, right? To men gar horan esti thi, anglisti si, passive. To de heorein esti hosper horomai esti spectare, aspicere, contemplare. It is active. Kalos. Siude, o melita. O, core, pais, smikra. O, siude, melita. Ara kaisiu, eteles, ule, theorein. Oh, shucks. Al udunaton Chalapos garestin ho aner. Dikeopolis. Aie gar pone, kai pone, kai pone, kai pone, kai u polakis, u frequenter, u saipe, romaisti, alla raro, raro. Spanios etele, Spanios buletai, ienai, pros to astiu, pros tas Athenas, pros ten polin. O Petra, kai yo ara esti erotemata? Questions? Erotemata?
What's the difference between Bulomai and Othello?
Ooh. Kalos erotais. Okay. This is a cool one. A bunch of the time they're the same. Want, wish. But there is a subtle difference. Not all authors are so picky. Some authors, like Plato, for example, are beautifully, amazingly, wonderfully picky. They're very, very attentive to etymology and distinctions. So when there is a distinction, the distinction is etelo is a bit weaker than bulomai. Etelo can just, in some contexts, some, not all, but some contexts, just mean I'm willing to do X. I don't necessarily love the idea. I'm not bulomai. I don't necessarily want to, but I'm willing. I'm willing. And so this is something that Latin doesn't quite have, right? Volo straddles this. English is more like Greek. We have I want to do X. I'm willing to do X. Greek is more like English. Etelo, I don't want you to think that this is always true, because it's not, right? It depends on the author, depends on the context. Sometimes they just don't care. They just don't care. It's etelo, bulomai, bulomai, etelo, no difference. But when there is a difference, etelo is weaker. Etelo is I'm willing to do X, even if it's not my favorite choice. Whereas bulomai is more like always I want to do it. So bulomai is stronger than etelo when there's a difference, but sometimes there is no difference. So it depends. It straddles. Etelo straddles the difference. Kalos, thank you for asking. That's a great question. So here it's like he's always working and he's rarely willing. Here it's probably weak, right? He's rarely willing to go to the city. Not that it makes any huge difference if you translate it as he rarely wants to or desires to go. Who cares? It's not that big a difference. But there's a subtle difference.
So Plato might have written egomen malista bulamai auten theorein, but Spanios ethele ienai prostoastu.
Good point. Yeah, that's quite possible. Right. I just mentioned him because he's very linguistically astute and he's very sensitive to root meanings and puns and subtle under the surface. He's just that kind of guy. He's really sensitive. But yeah, so in Attic Greek, let's say roughly half the time, no difference. Roughly half the time, someone's observing the difference. You have to think about it. Think about it in context. Kalos. Okay. O Petra, arasiu eteles anagnonai ton deltaron logon.
Right. Hede melita. Alu mala calepos estino pater, radion garesti pethein auton.
Oh, okay. So Helexis kaine, Helexis hekaine, the new word. Helex hekaine, Lexis esti petain. It's a very important word. Petain. What does it say in Italian? Convinso, persuado. Okay. Heremelita. Hecore kale kai smikra. Oh. Lege. Al mala jalaposas din hopater. Raidion. Tu dici jalapon. Jalapon. Ala raidion esti petain auton. Raidion jalapon esti petain ton patera. Diati. Dioti. Hemelita esti smikra kai kale. Hosper hetu gatermu. Hannah May. Right? Oh, how can I say no? How can Daddy say no? Right? Daddy, can we have ice creams? Oh, okay. Right? Pay thing. So yeah, pay thing to persuade. Hraidion. Jalapon a la Hraidion. She has tricks up her sleeve. Okay, so
and she's also Kai Ugestin Dule.
right. Hedemyrine me huta pluare bla 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 bla. Me huta pluare alla ten hydrion tacheos pleru. Pleru. Pleru hosper pleo plere from esti proto indo europaique he's da pleru kairos gar estin oikade epanienai pos legatai alos helenisti oikade
Proston Oikon.
proston oikon prostan oikion oikade esti epirema adverb epirema directional epanienai esti ienai back return epanienai kalos
Is EA essentially just Ire? Does it just go?
yeah, it's like you would expect Elthane, and Elthane exists, but it's funky because Attic Greek is diabolical. Ienai is Elthane. It's to come, to go. It's just irregular. It's an irregular verb, just like eo ire iwi ito. It's more irregular than that one. Okay. Yoel, hete un antibolo.
Hete un meter kai he tigater tas hydrias tacheos plerusi kai oikade badisdusin.
Os. TSD to enantion to tacheos.
Bradeos.
Bradeos, kalos. Okay. In de te hodoi, right? He hodos, feminine. Telikon. In de te hodoi. Pataye. What? Slip. Pataye. He melita. Zoop. Pataye. He melita. Kai katabale ten hydrian pros ten gen. Kai traue traue alten. Traue, okay, trawa esti prema u koine. It's not a common verb, but traue. Petra antibolos anagnoti ton logon.
Stenazde un kai oi moi pesin uk aitia emi ego megale garestin he shudria kai u dunatonesti perein auten.
Stenazde. Oh, oi moi, oi ve. Pesin. Uk itia emiego. What's that hint word from English to help us remember itia?
Etiological.
Right. Etiological myth. A folksy pseudo-scientific origin myth is etiological. And that, children, is why the volcano erupts. Because there's a monster underneath. It gets mad sometimes. In all cultures. Megale garestin he hutria kai udunatonesti pere nauton alten. Kalos. Joel Antibolosa.
Hede mäter tillägges o tygater me fluare alla oikade spaude kai allen hydrian fere.
Kalos. T anglisti samane allan. Another. Hosper romaisti alius alia aliud. Allos alle allo. Kalos. Petre Antibolosa.
Hemen un melita oikade speude hede morine bradeos badisde megale garestin he hydria kai u bulatai kataballein auten.
Alos. Post legatai allos o Petre oikade.
Prostonoi something.
Prostonoikon. Kalos.
Oikon.
Prostonoikon prostan oikion. Oops. Let's see if this works. Kai Joel, postlegatai allos speude.
Tacheos badisde. Badisde. Tacheos kinai.
Tacheos badisde. Tacheos bine. Treke. Treke. Kai treke. Hedem urine bardias badisde diati. Megale garestin he hydria kai u bulatai uk etele kata balenalte. Okay. Hemelita kai hai pilai. This is one of those Italian only chapters. Let's see. I'll just take my turn. Let's see. He un melita oikara speude ende te agorai koratis. Some girl, a certain girl. Koratis ten melitan kale. Oh, melita. Poi trekes. See, ace tina topon trekes. Whither trekes. Diati huto speudes. Hed melita caire. Oh, pile neaira. Egomen oikade speudo. Sude. Poi kai poten. That's the first line of Plato's Phaedrus. Little Easter egg here. Poi kai poten. Whither and whence. Est idioma. Idioma. Ho samaine. Where are you heading to? Where are you from? or what's going down, what's new. It's almost like what's new, how's it hanging, whither and whence. It's like quo et unde, if that was a thing. Poi te kai pote. Poi, yeah, poi te kai pote. Petra antipolo. Nagnoti ton logon.
Nun de apoto asteos heco o melita hos kale estin he acropolis kaloste o Peiræus.
Laws. I think Hakol is new. Hakol is present in form, perfect in meaning. I have come. It's another friggin' annoying irregular verb, but it's very common. Hakol, I have come. Nunde apo tu asteos, apotes poleos, apoton athenon, Hakol. I have come from the city. O Melita, hos kale estin he Acropolis, hos kalos de ho Peiræus. Tisamane hode, tisamane hos.
How
Mhm.
beautiful. Oh, it's so gorgeous.
Right. Exclamatory how, like quam land. Quam pulchra est urbs. Da da da. Hos kale estin he Acropolis, kalos de ho Peiræus. Peiræus, Petras, pardon me if this is insultingly obvious. I don't know. Do you know what the Peiræus is?
Is it like the port or something?
Yeah, it's the port. It's a very important part of the city. It's kind of outside the city limits, but it's connected by the long walls that Pericles built for national security purposes. The Peiræus is a port. Still to this day, if you sail in from Brindisi in Italy, this is where you would sail in to go to Athens. It's the port. It's also like there's going to be a lot of languages spoken, a lot of different arts and crafts and products from Egypt and God knows where, North Africa, all over the place.
Is it a specific place, or does lots of cities have these, like a port?
No,
it's
a proper noun
for port. Okay.
No, not a generic term. It's
okay.
a proper.
That's
Good question. Good question. It's a proper noun. The Peiræus to this very day is the port. You have to take a little bit of a ride into Athens, taxi drive, but it's not that far. But it was already that way back then. It's filled to the brim with people from all over the world. It's very multicultural. It's like going to JFK Airport, and it's just like languages galore all around you, and it's like people from all over the world, and you can tell it's very multicultural. The Peiræus is a hub of people and commerce coming in from all over the place, and it's where you would sail in before taking a short trip up the road into Athens, 20 minutes away or something like that. The Peiræus, very important place.
Yeah, did not know that.
Okay. Kalos hos kale de estin het tala he para tas Athenas. So okay, tisamane talata.
The sea.
See,
Para tas Athenas, beside, near.
okay.
So para, along. In this case, along. Para kai accusative. Para kai aitiatike. Polakis, frequently. Polakis is the along, alongside. Para, like this picture here. Para.
Yeah. First, I thought that picture meant outside. It was going both ways.
No, that's smart, because that's one of the meanings of like paranormal. Paranormal is outside the normal. para tus nomos, against the laws, outside the laws. That is one of the meanings. It's just not
Okay.
here. It's not the meaning here, but one of the meanings of para is kata is according to, kata tus nomos, according to the laws. Para tus nomos is against the laws. So you're not wrong in your intuition there, but in this particular case, it's alongside. Para, unfortunately, has a few meanings. Okay. Yoel, hoskale. Wait, sorry, what is that? Uk atopondra.
Ukatoponesin hotihoi Athenaioi ten thalaten kai taentei thalatei choria hutos agaposin.
Okay, so atopos, atopon, epiteton, adjective, esti ne, lexis nea, kai italikos, esti strano. Can you guess? Atopos, atopon?
Strange.
Strange, weird, out of place,
Out of place.
abnormal, literally out of place, right? It's alpha privative plus topos, place, as in topical. Atopos, atopon. This place. Now, if you're wondering, how come he didn't say atopos, atope, atopon, or atopos, atopa? How come he didn't do masculine, feminine, neuter? There's a little thing you gotta get used to. Any compound adjective, any adjective that has a prefix, for some strange reason, it only has two forms: os, on, and the os does double duty for masculine and feminine. So you would say like aner atopos, a weird guy; gune atopos, a weird lady. I don't even know why. I can't remember if there's a rule for this, but if you have a prefix on the adjective, if it's compound, you don't get os at on or os a on. You just get os on. It's annoying, but that's the way it is. So it's not weird. It's not surprising that the Athenians agaposin, pilusin, ten talatan, kai ta korea, the regions, the places, ente talate. So it's not surprising that they love the sea and they love maritime locations, places near the sea, something like that. They're a maritime people. Agapostin, agapao, and phileo are basically the same, but not quite. When you're more advanced at Greek, you get into the differences. Or like if you've ever heard of C.S. Lewis has a famous book called The Four Loves. It's obviously more likely to be read by Christians, but it's also a really great book, no matter who you are. And it talks about, there's eros, which is erotic love, and there's philia, which is friend and family love, and there's I think you talked about storge, and there's agape. In Attic Greek, agapao and phileo are not so different, but in post-Christian Greek, agape it becomes in Latin caritas, which is love for mankind. Love for it could be a total stranger. Right? It's very Judeo-Christian. It's very Torah. It's like, philia requires that you know the person, right? It's your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, your best friend, or one of your close friends. Agape in a Christian context, or I could say again, Jewish and Christian context, is like I don't necessarily know you from Adam, but you're homeless. I see you on the side of the road. You're crying, and my heart is moved, and I want to talk to you and like see, do you need food? Like, can I buy you a sandwich? Like, agape is in Christian terms or C.S. Lewis terms, the love for your neighbor, the love for your fellow human being, even if you have no relationship at all, even if it's a complete stranger. But it's like, this is a human being. This is a child of God. I'm my brother's keeper. I'm supposed to care. So
I went
agape.
to an Episcopalian. I went to an Episcopalian high school, so I had a whole class in this.
Okay, so yeah, my apologies if I over explained that, but
No, nothing to
yeah,
apologize for.
in Attic Greek, it's less distinct. In Koine Greek, New Testament and beyond Greek, or patristic Greek, Christian Greek, it has a bit more delineation, and that's the delineation that C.S. Lewis is going with. Agape can be for a complete stranger. Complete stranger. You just see their humanity, you see that they're a child of God, and you want to help. Whereas philia implies like we have something already, like we have a relationship. I know you. We have some background together. Okay. Side note. There's really cool stuff with the different verbs in Greek for love. Okay. Hoi de Athenaioi nun herten agusin. Ago is like ago agere in Latin. It's very broad. It's lead, put on, do, yada yada. So lots of idiomatic uses. To lead a fest, to put on a festival. Okay. Heremelita. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Yoel.
Herdemelita, kai hai gunaikes vesin, hai proste crene tuto legusin.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Aha. Notice high gunaikes, the women, and then another high. High proste crene. It's very Attic. The women, which ones? The ones at the well. You can add a high there to keep it. It's attributive position, we call it. It's adjectival. High gunaikes, high proste crene, tuto legusi. That's the talk of the town. There's a festival coming. Hake god for an angelos. Ooh, use your English derivatives here. Angelos. What's an angelos?
Messenger.
Right. This is a funny thing. Kids ask, how do you say angel in ancient Greek? Post legatai Hellenisti, angel. It's like, damn, dude. Angelos, but that just means messenger. It's just, it's weird. It's like in Greek, it just means messenger. But then we, in like the King James Bible, like we stole from that this very specialized Christian term, angel. But if you ask me how to render angel, as we don't have a specialized term in ancient Greek. We just have the thing we stole it from, which is messenger. It's weird. It's weird like that. It's like baptism. Baptizo just means to dip into water. You ask me, how do you say to baptize in Greek? Well, we would just say to dip into water. But if you want like a term that's unmistakably Christian, like baptize, I ain't got nothing for you. Sorry. It's weird. It's weird how that works. It's weird how that works out. It's very weird how that works out. But that's what happens. So, for a messenger has come. Remember, hake is present in form, right? O ace a omen et usi, but it's perfect in meaning, completed perfect in meaning. A messenger has come, has arrived. Apo to asteos, apo tes poleos, from the city. Petra.
Egomen kai he meter en noe echomen ten he eorten teorein ode pater spanios atele ienai prosto astu radion de esti hetein auton.
Hmm. Okay. Do you guys remember Enoi Echomen? Right? Echomen Enoi. In animo habemos. Ten horten theorein. Hode pater Spanios. Raro. Spanios etele ienai prosto astiu. Radion de. Now here's a report. De is either and or but. But here it's crystal clear, right? From context. Which one is it here? Connective or adversative?
But
But yeah, definitely a but here. But it's easy to persuade him. I'm gonna bat my eyelashes and little Melita, oh Papa, please take us to the city, right? Okay. Allah lege moi peritu asteos kai perites hertes. Peri kai genike, peri kai genitive, esti about, concerning. Aristotle has a book, De Anima Latine, perites psyches, about the soul, concerning the soul. Perites hertes. Tell me about the city and about the festival. Had Neaira, Yoel.
Hedenaira aqueun fesin. Polloimen anthropoi den thalattan diaferosin. Diaferosin. Den thalattan diaferosin. Den heorten bulomenoi theorein.
Aqueun, polloimen anthropoi tend. Diaperosin esti diabainusin, to go through.
Diaperos, okay, I was thinking diaferosin and I got very confused.
It's okay. Diaperosin. Diaperao is diabaino, to go through, cross through. Ten harten bulomenoi. Now they just snuck in here at a participle. Wanting theorem. Monon. Not only. Monon de ektes talates poloi anthropoi hakusin, have arrived. Kai apo to pereos, from the port, the Paris. Alakai apoton agron. Ding. McDonaldoi clerosistin elge yo. Apoton agron ton perito astu. So we had a second ago, peri and the genitive is about, concerning. Peri can also mean literally around. That's its first meaning, is around, like perimeter, periphery. So not only a lot of people have come from the sea and the Piraeus, but also from the rural districts around Attica. We call Attica as the greater metropolitan area of Athens. That includes the rural parts. Okay, Petra. Antipolo.
endete telate hola men pluoia estin kai ekton ploion sunachos ploi anthropoi ekbainusin pantacheon de torubos entoi perae estin.
Okay, some new words here. Toploion, restituto. Ekton ploion synechos. Continuamente. Synechos, continuously. Poloi anthropoi ek bainusin. Disembark. Pantachu is everywhere. And everywhere. Pantachu, everywhere. Toribos. Toribos. Esti clamor. Clamor. The sound of people or animals, but usually people. Inte agorai. Polus toribos. Estim. Inte synodoi, in Congress. Especially British Parliament. See, toribos. Pantaku, and everywhere. Toribos. Intoi perae estin, because of how busy it is. Yoel antibolos.
Demerita alla diati fesin eiston peraia catebes. Deneaira hopater fesin syntheken epoiesato prostinaxenon.
Okay, a lot of new words here. First of all, katebes is the past tense of katabaino. The book doesn't want to use past tense, but it has to here, so it fudged it. Katabaino. So you know baino is this. Kata, kata baino. Ana baino. So Jacob's ladder, ana baino. Descent into the underworld, kata baino. Katabasis. And this is a bit of a wink wink to the first line of Plato's Republic. There's a lot of Easter eggs hidden in this book, which is nice for the teacher, at least, who knows the Greek lit. The first line of Plato's Republic is Kateban ktes eis peraya. I went down yesterday to the Piraeus. So kata baino is go down, descend. Why did you go down to the Piraeus? So my father, this is also past tense, epoiesato, made, it's aorist, it's made a syntheca. He made a contract, a deal, a business dealing. Syntheca. Take is cognate with tithemi, to put or place, like pono ponere. One easy to remember kind of is the New Testament is called the kaine dia teka, not syntheca, but dia teka, the new covenant, the new contract. That's a really, it's a really dry sounding way to translate it, but yeah, the new contract, the new covenant. The old covenant is the Old Testament, and the new covenant is the New Testament. So synthekan epoeso is an idiom. They're sneaking in here. What does it say? Ha concluso un affare con uno straniero. He did some business. He had a thing with a xenos, with a stranger, as in xenophobia, right? So sorry, there's a lot of new words in this particular 4 lines. Okay, hos kala de esti panta ta korea ta periton atenon. How beautiful are all the lands, all the regions, all the territory, the around Athens. So you get the article there is repeated. Panta ta Korea ta. All the lands around Athens. Not only the beautiful sea, prosclues days. What an obscure word. Like washes up against the shore, like the splashes against the shore. We don't need this word in chapter 4. Give me a break. Not my fault. Splashes up against. Don't even worry about remembering that word. Alakai, but also citos polius. Citos polius. Kai probata. Kai dendra. What kind of dendra? Carpopora. Fruit bearing. Frugifera dendra. Kai polius men oinos. Ooh. Cabernet. Polius de oinos. Pola de suca. Figs. Poliu de elayon. Olive oil. Ooh, sheesh. A lot of vocab. Okay, sorry, it's 3:02 my time. Does anybody need to leave right away? Can we go like 10 minutes? Is that okay?
I can wait for minutes, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Okay, Petra, Antibolo, Hosper.
Hosper de hege huto kai peri ten Koran Talata Pampolutate Estin.
Oof, okay. Do we know Hosper?
Isn't it like, is that like secret? Like this?
Yeah. As the land, so also the Talata Peritan Koran. Tisamani Anglisti.
Around the Koran. I forget what that is.
Uh, the sea around the land. I mean, the sea around the regions.
Yeah, the sea around the region on land. There's no good English for it. You want to say land again, don't you? The sea around the land, the sea around the region, is Pamfrotate. Oh, that's super fertile,
Fertile.
rich in all things. The for part is from ferro, to bring or carry. The palm is from all, so all bearing, something like that. Okay. Ebeta de. Then, or next, prosto astiu apeimen. We went to the city. Oh, Melita. Hoson ton anthropon platos. Platos is the arithmos megas. Arithmos polus, like multitudo, turba. Hoson, how big the platos of people. Hosos, hotoribos. Konnichiwa, hola, ni hao. Hosai de ho boy. Again, it's New York. It's JFK. Hede agora megale estin. Mikra. Hosper inte come. Hosper inte village. Uki. Pola min kapalea. Oh, this is a great word. Kapaleon. I think we chatted with this once, but I never repeated it. To kapaleon. Chipotle. Esti to kapaleon. Radio Shack. If you go back 1,000 years. Radio Shack before Amazon. Esti kapaleon. Kapaleon esti hosper Roma esti taberna, right? Taberna. Esti umonon popina Roma esti alla taberna. Radio Shack, Taco Bell, McDonald's, Burger King, Flowers R Us. It's a Capaleon. Pola men capalea ente agoraiestin. Pola de ergasteria entais hodois macran up not far from something. Okay. To ergasterion. Ergasterion. So you know ergon is work, deed, task. Cognate with the English work, Proto-European. To ergasterion is a workshop, a maybe not office, not in the white collar sense of it, but a workshop. A carpenter has an ergasterion. A cobbler has an ergasterion. Michelangelo had an ergasterion. It's a place of ergon, place of work, place of doing something with your hands. So many the workshops in the streets not far from Tas Agoras, the Agora. Yoel Atipolo. Again, sorry, there's quite a few new words in here.
Yeah. En men gartais migrais comais hosperentei tei meterai hoi autoi poius inclinen tyran hoi autoi poius inclinen tyran arotron trapezdan polakiskai oikodomusin endetais Athenais poiei homentas clinas hodetas trapezdas hodetas tyras.
Lost. Okay, I'm going to speak more English here just because we're trying to wrap it up. I don't want to be rude. This is actually really cool. This is another Easter egg moment. It's the sneak, just like with JACT reading Greek. Joel, I know you're reading that. There's a lot of Easter eggs in these really cool reading method books. So she says, on the one hand, for in our small villages, just like in our, sorry, in small villages, just like in our small village, the same people make, a bed, a door, a plow, a table, and often they build them. Oka domusin is to build. They build all the stuff. But in Athens, so this de is adversative, but in Athens, ho men, that is one guy, that's short for one guy makes the beds, plural. Another guy, hodeh, another guy makes the tables, hodeh. Another guy makes the doors. This is reminiscent of a conversation in Plato's Republic where they're talking about the origin of a city, the city of pigs. So that it's kind of an anthropological experiment, thought experiment of like in the early stages of a small community. It's very Robinson Crusoe, right? It's like at first you're responsible to just make anything and everything you need, and it's very taxing, right? It's a full-time, it's more than a full-time job, and you're going to be very hungry and you're going to be very stressed. But the origin of political community is like, okay, what if one guy specializes in making the beds and furniture, and this guy specializes in making doors and windows, and this guy is a butcher, and this guy makes shoes, and this, and then then arises currency. First we were bartering, but now we have a common currency, which makes everything way more convenient and way more livable to just have one common currency, money, and we can buy these things from each other. So this guy's the grocer, this guy's the cobbler, this guy's the carpenter, and yada yada yada. And that's the origin of civilization in this account from Plato's Republic. That's the origin of division of labor, of basic free market economics in its core sense, is like, divide and conquer. You just specialize in this thing, I'll specialize in that thing, and then we can trade. And especially if we get money, if we invent money, we can really trade efficiently, and we'll all be less hungry and less stressed out, and everything will be better. And so she's getting at this here, right? She's like, in our villages, beggars can't be choosers. So like, we might have to do too much, but in Athens, the Big Apple, it's way more sophisticated. There's a guy who does this and a guy who does that and a guy who does that, and you can all just go to the right shop, go to the right ergasterion or the right kapaleon, and just buy what you need with Athenian currency, and it's so much better. And our standard of living is so much more livable. And so it's kind of like, it's cool. If you know that text, if you know the Republic, this is clearly drawing upon it, in terms of like just the basic primitive origin of free market exchange of goods and services. Sorry to make that nerdy, but I can't help it. Okay, so we're like 20 lines from the end. We didn't quite get to that. That's okay. Try to read it. If you have questions, go ahead and ask me. You've got the vocab sheets and all that stuff. There's still way too much new vocab, but we got close.
Well,
And
3 pages, aren't there?
I think it was to 280. Am I wrong? Is it 3 something? Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was.
Yeah, it
Oh
goes
shit! No, you're right. It's
it goes for a long. This is like a super long thing.
Oh Jesus! Okay, damn it. I thought it was
Yeah,
like
that's
280.
like a whole other class, I think, of stuff.
All right. Well, I'll think about whether we actually want to do that. I don't want to torture you. If you can just do it by yourself and ask me questions, I know we've been in this chapter for like what seems like an eternity. So I'll think about that. But yeah, okay.
Otherwise, if you have the time to just like record yourself reading through it and like
You
calling
know
out
what?
what
I'm tempted to
vocab
do that.
is,
I'm
that would be
tempted
really
to do
helpful.
that. Just do it by myself and put it on YouTube.
Because like with this last section, there were so many new words that I just like I kept hitting that and just like, okay, I have no idea what's going on. I'll wait till class when you go through the words.
Okay. Fair enough. That's what I should do. Okay.
But that would be awesome, yeah, if you do that.
All right. I will see you guys next time. And thanks for your patience.
Awesome, thank you.
Eros.
Okay. Bye. David,
Oh, yeah.
so this in case it's interesting, do you know where the word sycophant comes from?
Yeah, shower of the fig. Yeah.
Well, I think it's fig speakers.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it's not from final, but from Femi. Okay.
Because at some point, it was, oh God, it was illegal to either import figs or export figs. Must have been illegal to import them. And the people who informed on the people who were illegally doing it were called sycophants.
No shit. That's funny.
Yeah.
I was vague. I vaguely recalled it, but I okay. Okay, it could have been final show or could have been Femi speak. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. Anyway,
Nice.
okay. I'll see you soon.
See ya.
Bye.